Now, whether we know it or not, we have all been touched by Tennessee Williams. Okay, that did not come out right. No. Scratch that. Cancel that. Look, I don't claim to be any kind of Tennessee Williams scholar or Tennessee Williams expert or any kind of tennophile. But I do know for certain that his work, his words, and his life touched me profoundly, and in a way, saved me. Now, just like Tennessee, New Orleans is my spiritual home, and I love everything about this mysterious, ineffable city. And the use of the word love is a gross understatement. I mean, if I could make love to this city, I would, but that would be exhausting. Now, I'm so grateful to have been born and raised in such a culturally rich and diverse city, the very place where Thomas Lanier Williams, at age 27, fled to escape his alcoholic father, untie his mother's apron strings, and baptize himself Tennessee Williams. America has only 3 cities: New York, San Francisco, and New Orleans. Everywhere else is Cleveland. This city is a hot, sexy, spicy gumbo of French and Spanish and Caribbean and African cultures, teetering on the brink of the abyss, brimming with delicious decadence and soulful abandonment. She laughs and sings and dances and raises a full glass in celebration of life and death and every precious little moment in between. And although she's rightfully earned the nicknames the Big Easy and the City That Care for God, a strong sense of European order remains. And with that comes a formidable caste system. Placement is everything. How long have your people lived here? What part of town do you live in? What does your daddy do? What clubs does he belong to? Where'd you go to school? High school. There's only one true aristocracy, and that is the aristocracy of passion. But as a kid, the hierarchy and social importance of Mardi Gras was lost on me. I was simply in awe of the glorious pageantry and the pure theatrical spectacle that I witnessed from my aunt's balcony on St. Peter Street. The St. Augustine Marching Band, with their blaring brass and tribal drums reverberating off the crumbling walls, anticipating the arrival of my dad's enormous, glittering papier-mâché float, locking eyes with the man behind the mask, his larger-than-life frame illuminated by the dancing flambeau. It was magic. And although inebriated, he somehow managed to throw endless beads and trinkets up to my brother and me, 2 flights up. Welcome, middle schoolers, to the Glass Menagerie, written by the greatest living American playwright, Mr. Tennessee Williams. Now, do any of you know what our school motto is? Anyone? It is Disciminus agere agendo. We learn to act by acting. Yes, I have tricks in my pocket. I have things up my sleeve. But I'm the opposite of a stage magician. He gives you illusion that has the appearance of truth. I give you truth in the pleasant disguise of illusion. I have the misfortune of being an English instructor. I attempt to instill a bunch of Bobby Soxers and drugstore Romeos with reverence for Hawthorne, Whitman, and Poe. Miss Monroe, my freshman English teacher, was a former homecoming queen from Ole Miss. She reminded me of Toni Tennille, from the Captain and Tennille, except she had a Jacqueline Smith hairdo. She wore high-heeled boots and gauchos and flimsy silk blouses and I'm pretty sure very, very sheer bra, which allowed for quite a lot of motion. So basically, a fox who guided us through the classics like Canterbury Tales, Juan de Abril with a shoulder sauter, the Duke of March had pierced it to the router. I'm sure that serves some purpose. And Romeo and Juliet. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? deny thy father and refuse thy name. Thank God we were shown the Zeffirelli masterpiece so I didn't have to read Shakespeare. And our final spring assignment was Streetcar Named Desire by Tennessee Williams. Is a famous and somewhat notorious poet and playwright. And believe it or not, he has a house right here in New Orleans. Deep, 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 deep in the quarter. His sometimes salacious writing is unparalleled in modern dramatic literature as he paints a different world, one inhabited with characters he has dubbed the fugitive kind, the rebels, the outcasts, the misfits, those that do not conform to the norms of acceptable society. I swear she was talking directly to me. There are two kinds of people. Those who accept the prescribed answers that are not answers at all, and those who continue to ask the unanswered questions that haunt the hearts of the strange, the crazed, the misfits. All of us who are the fugitive kind. Hey there, young man. Who, me? Hi. He looked like Tom Selleck, from Magnum P.I. Fabulous red pants, man. Where you headed? The ice cream social? The gaggle of men cackled. That gay pterodactyl laugh? Ah! Shocked, but somehow flattered. All I could say was, I'm bringing this cheesecake to my mother. And I turned to walk away. Okay, little Red Riding Pants. Come back when you feel like some beefcake. New York holds me only by the balls. And that is sometimes a hard hold to break. There is so much sex there. Turn again, turn once again. The freaks of the cosmic circus are men. We are the gooks and the geeks of creation. Believe it or not is the name of our star. Each of us here thinks the other is queer, and no one's mistaken, since all of us are. Behind the wheel of my silvery blue Monte Carlo, I released the car into a slow idle, in direct contrast to the speed of my racing heart. I could feel the glance from a manly frame, and almost by itself, the window automatically descended. My eyes met his. A simple smile was the only invitation. Mine, not his. The passenger door gently opened, and there he was. The breath quickens, the adrenaline surges, eye to eye, limb to limb, human to human. Let's go down and swim in that liquid moonlight. So quickly I was engulfed, flooded by overpowering lust, wrapped in the waves of unbridled passion, and for a moment, heaven. But what followed next was a tsunami of guilt. I do not believe in individual guilt. We have all been manipulated by forces unknown and unchosen. Later that year, I was further introduced to even more theatricality by participating in my first grown-up Mardi Gras ball and parade as page to the king. I rode on His Majesty's royal float, costumed in full-on bedazzled Renaissance-inspired garb, tights, tunic, cape, and plumes. head to toe pink. After all, the theme was War of the Roses. Now, at first, my dad was a little uneasy about the sissy color scheme. But he quickly acquiesced because all the other men were dressed pretty much the same way, and no one said a word about it. It was Mardi Gras. No son of mine is dropping out of college to move to New York to be some kind of goddamn actor. You are not running away to join the circus. Dad, I'm not running away to join the circus. I'm running from the circus. Fuck it. Get the hell out of there. Do it now. The world is your oyster. Put some horseradish on it and swallow it down. I think maybe Thomas Wolfe was wrong. Maybe you can go home if your home is New Orleans. For me, she'll always be home. The land of dreamy dreams, in the quarter, on St. Peter's Street, here with Tennessee. My greatest instinct is to be free. And I found that in New Orleans. Yes, you did. To be free is to have achieved your life. Thank you, dear Mr. Williams.